Topics?
Give it to me.
What does it mean?
Nice pillow.
What does Derrick Henry's injury mean for the Titans?
Oh, this is sad. I mean, this is a sad story. Like, can we just start there before we get to the whole, like, cold football calculus of it? The human body is an imperfect meat sack. We were just praising Derrick Henry for being unlike anyone we've ever seen before. And here we are with a reminder that for all of the meritocracy we believe sports to be, it is cruel and random and nothing gold can stay, as they said in the movie The Outsiders, and also the book by S.E. Hinton, which is a really good book. Derrick Henry, man, I'm sorry. I was just doing the statistical thing of wait a minute, what would it take for him to break the single season rushing record? And if you extrapolated his production into the future off of his last, I believe, 40 games or so, he would do it by age 33. That was a thing I had just calculated a couple of days ago. And now here we are with basically doom as the forecast from here on out.
I just wanted you to keep going. I mean, you went into literature analysis. I didn't know where you would end up. Where are we going next?
Well, I want to just posit one thing before Domonique makes whatever point he has is I think based off of Pablo's imperfect meat sack,
he started
perfect meat sack would be a great cover band name. Hello, Toledo. We are Perfect Meat Sack. Thank you for coming out tonight. Make sure to tip the waitstaff.
I feel like that's a classic bit, though. When is it? I don't know the recipe for a band name or a cover band name, but anytime you have a weird combination of words, the move is to say, this is a band name, right? That's what you do? Or is there some science to it?
Listen.
I don't know. Is there?
No, I am nothing if not predictably and basically white, Domonique. You just saw it. He has live, laugh, love thing away. I have gourd pillows.
Those are beautiful. Did you make those?
I have a at me sign and a pumpkin that I bought for Halloween behind me. You think I'm some bastion of original thought or creative thinking? No, those are none of the things
I didn't mean it as a judgment. I just wanted you to explain to me the science behind it, because I hear lots of people say that that's a band name, but I don't know if there was something else to it, because I always smile and politely laugh. But I don't know what makes a band name, it's just a weird combination.
It's just got to be one standard deviation point off of whatever combination. Once I heard imperfect meat sack, I was like, I just need to do one different thing, and now it's a band name. So
also ideally, there's a vague reference to genitals in there, and so once you have that, you're checking all the boxes.
Oh my goodness, this is an allegory.
Wait, no one else
capitalism,
went there?
And I love it. It's fantastic. I was going. Gojo saying, I just take what he did and do one little tweak, and then I'm in the money. It just made me so happy. Tangent. Back to my guy, Derrick Henry. So I was looking up his numbers this morning. He leads the league in rushing yards against a loaded box. He also leads the league. You know what? Loaded box. Band name.
I'm
band name. It has the innuendo in there and everything.
Unloaded box.
And he also
just do a little tweak.
He also, it's funny you bring that up. He also leads the league in rushing yards against an unloaded box. Derrick Henry is the running back. Everyone else should change their name, the position name, to something else, or we should give him another position name, because he's not doing what anybody else is doing, and that's important. The loaded box thing is an important stat to me, because they have a 42% success rate against a loaded box. He has a 33% success rate against an unloaded box. So somehow Derrick Henry is better when you make things harder for you. I brought up success rate because it's not just big breakout runs, consistently. This man has successful runs when you put everybody in there to stop you. And that, is something that you can't replace, even though he finished the game, didn't he? Now we're hearing about it afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's the scary part, is he finished the game. And I will say this for Titans fans who are going to worry about this, and the way they should, because you're right. He changes the calculus for you on the football field completely. When we have all these conversations about how a running back or how a running game affects play action, and this notion that, a truly dominant.
I like that. Oh, we got Emmy.
Oh,
we got some.
Oh, okay.
Oh, snap.
We just That's like when you flash up the player bio in a game on someone and they forget to put it in, and it just says first name, last name right there. Transitional sound effects. But
look at that.
yeah,
Full screen,
now
man.
that we've got me full screened right here. Yeah, the one thing that I always push back on in that notion that the running game, air quotes, doesn't matter in the play action is it's about having to respect the options that someone brings when they're on the field. That's why tight ends are so valuable, because when you've got a good one, they can do so many things that defenders have to account for. Derrick Henry is that dude in the backfield where no matter what formation they're in or no matter how many people you've got, you have got to stop him first. He has demonstrated that ability far too often. And while it's going to change that some, that was not Derrick Henry's best game yesterday statistically by far for the obvious reasons of injury here. And they were still able to come back and win that. Like, play action passing is also a huge part of this Titans offense. And as Ryan Tannehill shoulders more of this load and as that receiver core continues to get healthier, like, that's just going to have to be the part that picks up the slack here. And I think they're capable of it in a way that kind of always reminds us that running the football is only so valuable in modern football, even with a guy this potent.
Yeah, well, the potency of him, right? I mean, it's worth noting. So Alabaster puts down a very good statistic. No one else is more important to their team in terms of yardage, scrimmage yards than this dude. No one else is bigger, but also faster. Remember, he had the top clock time in terms of miles per hour that anyone has had in a football game. He is also the guy who destroys loaded boxes, as you've said. It reminds me in a weird way, and again, this gets to like the gratitude we should all probably have for both of these double entendres I'm using and also the present tense, is because when we have a guy whose body does not make sense, like, we should really take time to just be grateful for that body, because you don't know when you're going to lose it. What happened?
Nothing.
Why?
Everything and nothing at the same time happened. I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like we've exhausted our Derrick Henry content because.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.